Hello there. If you haven't been on YouTube for a while, then you're probably completely unaware of this new craze. And this craze is different from most other crazes because this craze only involves creative, original people who are completely not insecure about themselves. If you're not aware of what I'm talking about, then click on any video to the side of this video. I can almost 99% guarantee the top comment will be something like this or this. By now, I think it probably is the most copied and pasted thing in the history of the world. People writing comments like, I was gay until I took an arrow to the knee. But the saddest thing about this is that 30 to 40% of the people actually understand what this is about, where it came from. The majority of people are just using it to get thumbs up on videos. Why would you do that? I don't know. But to some people, getting top comment on a YouTube video is like the pinnacle. Like, you don't get much bigger than that. The reason I'm making this video is to explain what the whole thing is about, and I'm going to do it in the form of a retarded paint animation. Yay! So basically, there's this really popular game that involves dragons and shit. And in this game, you can be any character you want, such as the Forever Alone guy. I don't recommend him because you can't talk to anyone in the game. Also, you could literally be a duck. Yeah, duck, I mean, what else would it be? Oh yeah, and you can also be Mel Gibson, if you want to. Like I said before, don't recommend him either. And once you've chosen your character, you have a limitless world to explore. Virtually limitless. It's basically meant to be a country. Now, at some stage in the game, you may encounter a guard who says something like, I used to be a warrior like you, until I took an arrow to the knee. And he says this in all seriousness. He isn't laughing and joking, saying, I used to take an arrow to the knee, lol. But if you think about it, this is just the story of a man who took a serious injury which stopped him from fulfilling his dreams, and that is funny. That is the thing that is so hilarious, that there are literally millions of comments on that thing now. It was just a line of dialogue in a video game, and this is what's come of it. This video was not as long as I expected it to be, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly add two things which I found quite amusing. They're, a bit entertaining for me. So yeah, the first thing is literally evidence that when you're eating McDonald's, you're actually eating rat shit. A video was posted to the web of a rat or mouse, they're pretty much the same thing to me, crawling around inside the McDonald's burgers, which is pretty disgusting in itself. But the worst thing about it is that the employee who actually, put it on the internet or whatever, they said themselves that this was not the first time it had happened. It happened 6 or 7 times before. Oh yeah, and his boss told him it was still okay to sell them as long as he, I quote, brushed off the rat shit. It was still okay to sell them to the public, to whoever might be buying it. So long story short, don't go to McDonald's unless you want to eat the remains of rat feces. And I'm going to ask, if you're not already a subscriber of mine, if you subscribe now, because the next thing I'm going to talk about is usually the part where the majority of you just go away. Subpocalypse happened a few days ago. If you don't know what the Subpocalypse is, basically YouTube are deleting all these old unused channels that haven't been used in years. And basically, because they're deleting these channels would have been mostly subscribed to someone. So I lost about 400 subscribers. Niga Higa, I think, lost about 140,000, maybe even more than that. Yeah, I need to get that 400 back somehow. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is Arsenal versus Swansea. As if this wasn't the weirdest football season I've ever seen before, because Swansea do have a pretty decent team, but they still shouldn't be beating Arsenal. Obviously, 6-1, that was a disgrace. But probably the most surprising of all is Tottenham being third in the league. It is like I've died and gone to hell. Earlier on in the season, they were playing in the Europa League, and then they got knocked out. You wouldn't really give a team with that kind of prospects much chance in the Premier League, and then somehow they are in third place in the title race even. If they do win the title, then they haven't bought it. They spent a lot of money, but they haven't bought it as such in the same way that Man City would have bought it. Because Man City literally just spend money, which Tottenham is down to mainly their manager. I'm still desperately praying that they finish outside the top 4. More importantly, below Arsenal, which is where they belong. They've been there the last 15 years. Why would you move now? So yeah, thanks for watching this. Like it, thumbs up. Favorite it if you really liked it, and yeah, I guess that's it. I'm gonna go oh, is it still, oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go.